My name is Matthias Cavodio. I'd like to welcome you guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie because I've been rewatching all the MCU flicks and I just wanted to give you guys my personal views on each one of these movies, tell you guys what I liked and what I didn't like about it. And the first movie we did was Captain Marvel. Now we're going to do Ant-Man and the Wasp. This movie, I did like it, but it was a real big letdown in so many aspects. Movie by no means, but there's so many things that just left me scratching my head on decisions, especially on the director's part, why he tried to portray certain characters in a certain way. But this, we're going to break it down. So this movie came out in 2018. It was directed by Peyton Reed. We have Paul Rudd back as Scott Lang Ant-Man, which I loved. Then we have Evangeline Lilly as the Wasp, as Hope Van Dyne. We have Michael Douglas, he's back, he's Hank Pym. Michelle Pfeiffer also is actually making her debut in the MCU universe as the original Wasp that was lost in the Quantum Zone. That's one thing. I'm not going to summarize this movie. Like, just go out and watch it, get your own opinions. Let's go with the first thing I liked. That, oddly enough, is also one of the things I didn't like. It's Scott Lang, Ant-Man, the Ant-Man character. Paul Rudd does a really good job to make this guy super likable. I loved how he portrayed Ant-Man in the first movie, but in this one, I got really tired with the whole thing that he was like this bumbling idiot all the time. Because in the first movie, he's learning how to use the Ant-Man suit and stuff like that. But he's smart. He can figure things out. He's very cunning. This movie, he's very likable. He's very funny. He's very charismatic, but he's a bumbling idiot through the whole movie. So I found it to be so frustrating, and the necessity of establishing this contrast with Ant-Man having problems with his powers and just really screwing up all the time, in contrast with the Wasp being a total badass. And well, it wasn't necessary because put down one character to make another one shine. I just thought it wasn't the best idea. The character of the Wasp, it's just that I have issues in the way they portrayed these two characters in this particular movie. Another thing I did really like about this flick is that we have the whole heist movie feel, very similar that we had in the first movie. Here they up it up, they take it up to 11. The whole car chase at the end, I thought it was fantastic. Things up in the third act, I thought that was really cool. As one of the negatives, I just really didn't understand why they chose such a obscure villain, Sonny Birch. Having like this mobster type of guy, he never felt like he was like a real threat to our heroes. Negative, staying here talking about villains, is the Ghost. It's such a wasted opportunity. The Ghost is such an awesome Iron Man villain. The guy has real problems against capitalism and companies and corporations. They use nothing of that from that character. And her whole, because we get a female version of the Ghost, her whole conflict with Hank Pym and Ant-Man and the Wasp, it feels like they could have just sat down and talked a little bit and the whole problem would have been resolved. I really love seeing her powers and all that, but like at the end of the movie, when they resolved the problem between them, I was like, what? Like, what a waste of time. It was almost a deal breaker for me in this movie. Let's get into the positives. I really love Michael Pena. Fantastic job. He's really, really funny. He's Scott Lang's right-hand man. And for the sake of God, make a standalone Michael Pena movie where he's Goldballs, that character from the X-Men. It would be perfect since you're incorporating the X-Men into the MCU further down the line. Please make, well, he's not Goldballs anymore. He's called Egg, but that's a fantastic idea. Loved Michael Douglas in this movie. Seeing more of him, seeing Hank Pym in action, going into the Quantum Zone. There's another positive. I really love visually, the Quantum Zone is looks really, really awesome. I saw it in the movie theater, so blew me away. Very similarly to what happened to me when I saw the Doctor Strange movie when they start going through all those dimensions. It's not as good, but it's very visually interesting. Really, really creative with the use of the pin particles, growing things, shrinking things. Um, that they really killed it. They got creative. They made things very interesting. I thought to my like in a couple of moments, I thought to myself like, "Wow, what a great idea! Oh man, that looked really awesome." The tone of the movie in general, it's pretty light. It's also it's pretty funny. There's a lot of really good moments in this movie that just made me really laugh out loud. My main beef with this movie was that the need of the contrast of making Ant-Man look like a buffoon during most of the movie and having Wasp being this total badass. And I was watching the interviews for this flick and the extras of the DVD and stuff like that, and it's like they made a very conscious decision doing this. Um, Trying because they keep on saying like they wanted to make Scott Lang look like a everyman and stuff like that. And no, they don't make him look like a everyman. Like the guy had been already using the suit for quite some time. The idea of the suit malfunctioning great, but get to see one of those moments where Scott Lang does something really really smart. I know he's not a scientist or an engineer, but these things from another perspective that we got to see in the previous movie, and this one we don't. So we're gonna tally up the ups and downs. I'm gonna give you guys the grade I gave this movie. So I hope you guys like this video. So see you guys next time. Bye.